Warning, this podcast contains material not suitable for younger audiences, and some material that's not suitable for older audiences. If you're part of any age group, we've found a way to offend you. Run while you still can. We are the hapless heroes.
Oh, I'm second best.
At being annoying.
Hello and welcome to a fun episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast. I am Dave and I will be your host and murder mystery master tonight. Fire up your 40s music, we're going film noir with this. Starting on my left, we have Zach playing Parrot of Lincoln Woods.
I will get to the bottom of this.
We have Francesco playing the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom.
I will have a plan.
On his left, we have John playing Jarrell the Light.
I wish I could say it with a pleasure.
And on his left, we have Mike playing Captain Quinn Southwind.
It's a pleasure.
Wow. Like, why bother having a title, right?
Oh.
Captain Quinn Southland, he just dropped the Lord off of it.
Yeah, I dropped the Lord off of the other one, too. We're keeping it even here.
Mm-hmm.
Even Steven.
He got Jarrell the Light. We got a captain. We need to put lords on everything.
You really have no respect for titles.
You're in jail.
Are we still in jail? I thought we
You're
were.
still in jail.
I want a fedora. I feel like I need a fedora for this episode.
I just can't believe we got arrested and Hoblet was not to blame.
I want a fedora.
You can't prove that Hoblet wasn't to blame.
You don't know where Hoblet's been.
Right, you might be pushing people out windows.
Very, very quick.
If Hoblet's the one who pushed this motherfucker off this roof, I'm going to really kill him.
I'm kind of excited. I kind of hope it was.
Stop it. Anyways.
God damn it.
All right. So it is morning and you are in the jail cell after all of these lovely events have transpired. I guess to just take a couple steps back for a recap, they went to the tower to deliver shawarma to Just Joseph. About 3/4 of the way up the tower, Just Joseph decided to try to learn how to fly. Spoiler alert, he didn't.
Fly. He didn't fly.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
So these guys were the only ones in the tower, so of course stepping out of the only exit to the tower, they are immediately arrested by Sergeant Zahir Lareshi and the city guard, where they are immediately whisked off to prison.
Again.
They will post bail the next day and are free to try to clear their name and bring some evidence to trial, because otherwise they're going to trial with the highly circumstantial but quite compelling evidence that they were the only ones in the tower where there's a murder and they just walked out of there.
And we have 2 days to prove our innocence.
You have 2 days.
Clock's ticking.
All right. Well, we got to post bail for ourselves and get the fuck out of here and make this happen.
Yes. Bail is posted at, let's say, 200 gold.
Ugh.
Per person?
No, for the group.
It's not terrible. Can we all shoulder the responsibility together?
Yes.
Yep.
It's there.
Great.
You're all down 50.
This is what I get for following Felix.
Just going to bite my tongue.
All right, folks. You're out of jail. It is morning of day 1. It's 8 a.m. Where do we want to start the investigation?
Back at the clock tower.
Back to the clock tower we go.
Do I feel Slim Shady anywhere nearby?
You do not feel Slim Shady near the clock tower.
Okay.
But now that you're out of prison, you could recall Slim Shady should you so choose.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the 10 minutes and you're going to see me kind of cut a little bit of my left palm. And then I'll take the blood and I kind of drip it into a little pouch, and you can hear some sort of reaction happen in there, and I start chanting something, and after 10 minutes, Slim Shady pops out of some sort of extra dimensional portal right next to me.
All right, so you get a pretty good, you get Slim Shady back, and you're able to kind of get a little bit of a replay of what happened. Where the body was turned over, it was very much, in fact, just Joseph. He was wearing a medallion of some sort, with, I guess, a little bit of a ruby set into the middle. You can't really tell the nature of it. But,
Who took it?
who took it? It is, so the city guard did cart him off. He is in the morgue. His personal effects are secured in, I guess, evidence.
Let's investigate the rest of the clock tower, and then let's try to find some way to get this medallion.
All right.
We need to prove our innocence first, actually. We probably shouldn't be breaking in and stealing evidence. Maybe I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. Let's prove our innocence first.
All right. We're at the clock tower right now?
Yeah.
Yes, you are at the clock tower. It is, the door is closed off by police tape, but nobody is there.
Okay.
Obviously, we're going in.
All right.
I'm just going to walk underneath the police tape.
Yep. So all three of you re-enter the clock tower.
You betcha.
4?
Four. Yes.
I was like, did one of us not go?
Yes, someone else is missing now too. But which one of you is it? Who is
the
it?
first mystery.
Paradell, are you missing?
Second mystery. I'm not into it.
The second mystery of how Dave forgot to do basic math.
Like basic counting.
Right. It's
You know what?
It's not even
Clocks
2
fall,
plus 2.
everyone
It's 1, 2, 3,
dies.
4.
All right, so you are at the bottom level of the tower.
Great. Let's work our way back up to his living quarters, because Paradil kind of made a mention that there were some things disturbed up there, and hopefully it hasn't been too picked clean. We can try to take a look around and see if we can piece together what happened.
All right, so you make it off of the clean bottom floor, up the dusty stairs to the top of the tower.
This is still nighttime, or is this the next
This is
day?
morning the next day,
Okay.
about 8 a.m., probably closer to 9, given how long it took to walk here and resummon Slim Shady.
All right.
Oh, you proceed up to the tower.
So the stairs are still dusty.
The stairs are still dusty. A little bit less dusty that some people have walked up and down them, but
Sure.
it's impossible to get it all off there without sweeping it all clean. So you reach the top of the stairs and you enter on the west side of the room, right by the southwest corner.
Okay.
And you are now in the living quarters room.
All right, let's go look at this wardrobe.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
Okay. The wardrobe sits open. There are several robes in the wardrobe.
I'm assuming we got all of our stuff back, right, when they released us?
Yes, you do have
Okay.
your things again.
Several robes. Are they all the same color? Are they all very different?
They're all slightly different colors, but all plain linen robes. Maybe some were dyed slightly darker, or maybe he's had them longer. They're not all in the same condition, but they're all pretty similar and they're all the same size.
Do my goggles see anything different in here?
Your goggles do see something. It's a little muffled, but it looks like something, some sort of straight vertical glowy line. Maybe about
Interesting.
2 feet long. It is somewhere in the back of the wardrobe. You can't quite tell.
I'm going to poke my head in.
You poke your head into the wardrobe.
Yeah.
It's there. You can move the robes out of the way, and you still don't have a clear view of what is causing the thing.
Secret compartment, maybe?
Yeah, I guess I'll
move
see.
the wardrobe.
The wardrobe is very much secured to the wall.
Can I search for, like, secret compartments on this thing?
So you're going to investigate?
I would assume so, yeah.
You are going to make an investigation check then, yes.
Rolling the big dice.
That was really loud. 14.
A 14. You can't really find anything specific, but one thing you can find is from the side of the wardrobe, it's about 6 feet deep. From the inside of the wardrobe, it's about 3 feet deep.
Wait. Huh. Okay.
Can I roll a Would this be maybe like a sleight of hand if I can feel anything?
You're still investigating it, but now I think it's an investigation looking for something, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
Parrot, I'll give it a try.
I'm gonna give it a
I'll
shot.
step out
Yeah,
of the
now that you
wardrobe.
know more of what you're looking for, you
Okay.
can make a different investigation.
Okay. So yeah, Felix.
I'm
relayed this
assuming
info-
Felix told the
info to
party
me.
about
Yes,
what he found.
absolutely.
All right, I'll give it a shot. Let's see what I can find. It's 13.
13. The back seems hollow. Like, you knock on it, it seems hollow. You just can't find the mechanism.
Okay.
Well, we don't have Hoblet to just smash through it. And I'm not sure if smashing our way through is the best course of action.
In our current circumstances, probably not.
Right, I'm not trying to disturb this too far, but... Well, I mean, I'd like to... I don't know, we gotta figure out how to open this thing. Quinn,
I have carpenter's tools.
yeah?
Yeah.
When I try to just, like, chisel a part of the back off?
Yes, I do.
Like a saw a hole into it or something?
All right.
Drill.
All right. So what I'm gonna do
Drill?
is I'm going to take everything out of the wardrobe,
That
put it on
sounds
the
good.
nearby desk.
Okay, I didn't mention a desk, so I
Oh, I thought
Yeah, he
Joseph
has a
There
had a
desk.
probably
desk.
was, yes. He has
Yeah.
a desk and it's on the other side of the window.
Okay.
So right now the back of that wardrobe is along the north wall at the west side. Towards the east side of the room on that north wall is a desk near the window.
Okay. So everything is out of the wardrobe
Okay.
on the desk. That's the main sticking point here is
Good.
that we can clearly see the back of the wardrobe now.
All right. Yes, you can clearly see the back of the wardrobe. It's made of the same wood as all the rest of it.
Okay. And there are no apparent hinges. There are no apparent
Nothing that you
locking
can see,
mechanisms.
no.
Okay. I'm assuming that I can bore some holes in the back of this thing.
Yes, you absolutely could.
I'm going to bore some holes in the back of this thing.
Where in the back?
Well, let's say right in the middle.
Okay. So
middle,
dead
middle,
center.
dead center. I'm going to bore 2 holes
All right.
big enough and wide enough to match up perfectly with Felix's goggles.
Interesting. Okay.
So I can peek in.
All right.
Cool. Does he do that?
I do that.
You can do that. And Felix, with your drum roll, dark vision, and the goggles, you can see that it's tough because the angles aren't very good, but dead center and right in front of you, mounted on the wall, pommel up, is a longsword.
Really? Who was just Joseph? He just seemed like some friendly blind dude
Yeah.
ringing bells.
It looks like there's other stuff in here, but you're probably going to have to get this panel off to get a good look.
If I just put my fingers in the holes he bored and try to jiggle it, does anything move?
The wood is 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch thick. You could probably rip it off of there with a strength check.
Yeah. Hey, Jarrell,
Jarrell steps up.
can you just pull the back of this thing off?
I hate to desecrate the home of such a man, but we do need to prove our innocence.
Right, that's kind of what I'm saying.
All right,
Now you're getting it.
strength check.
13.
A 13 splinters the middle of it. Most of it's still there, but it's now a fist-sized hole in the middle.
Okay. Let's all just try to tear it out, guys. Let's just tear it out together.
All right.
Heave ho.
I'd ask you guys to make checks, but it's staying persistent. You guys will be able to remove it. You remove the back paneling, and you do see several things in there. One on a mannequin, a suit of full plate armor.
Wow. Okay.
In the middle, hanging on the back wall, pommel up, blade down, is a longsword, and it is glowing to your goggles. And also to the right of that, there's what Jarrell immediately recognizes as a holy relic, and a a book, like a journal of sorts or something. It's leather bound and it's sitting on a one of those sort of book stand things, like that they would keep, like holy texts on or something.
I'm gonna grab the book and look at it.
Okay, you grab the book and you look at it. It is a journal.
Mm-hmm.
And flipping through, the dates are between 30 and 20 years ago. And they tell, sort of, just through journal entries, the story of an adventuring party.
Really?
Yes.
What adventuring party?
The names that you can make out are Joseph the Just, a paladin, Ramesh the Strong, who was a fighter, Fizzlepop Lily, a gnome rogue,
Fizzlepop Lily?
Fizzlepop Lily,
Okay.
Lilly, and a mage named Eshir Al-Rihaz.
Ashir.
Eshir Al-Rihaz. ESHIR-AL-RIHAZ. He was a mage. The last entries mention how Eshir Al-Rihaz disappeared about 20 years ago, and that was sort of the end of this adventuring party.
I'd like to do a religion check on the, what did you say it was?
It's a holy relic.
Holy relic.
The Holy Relic.
15.
15. The relic isn't immediately recognizable to you. You have to kind of really think about it for a while. But the symbol on it is an anvil. And after a little while, it does come to you that is Moradin, the god of creation. A lawful good god, the domains of knowledge and war.
Interesting.
I'm going to do a history check on the longsword.
Okay.
Can I do that at advantage because of my background as a blacksmith?
Yeah, sure. Might not tell you everything, but
That is a 24.
it is a long sword of absolutely superb quality. Like, the craftsmanship is nearly unparalleled.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the steel for the blade has been folded many times. And the pommel and hilt are of excellent quality and are inlaid with gold.
I'm going to do an Arcana check on that.
All right.
That was all I got from a history check?
Yeah.
Okay.
14 again.
14. You can tell it is definitely enchanted.
Right. And that's the school of magic I'm detecting with these goggles, with detect magic.
The detect magic, whatever it's an enchantment, yes.
Okay.
And it's a pretty simple common one. It's probably a plus something longsword.
I'll give that to Drell.
I was going to ask for it.
This was once wielded by a paladin. I feel like it. I would assume, just given the ornateness and the holy symbol and the fact that Joseph was a paladin, after all, it feels only right for you to carry the torch.
In the spirit of Joseph the Just, I will wield this mighty weapon.
Just Joseph. All right, so you now wield the sword of Joseph the Just.
Nice!
His suit of full plate armor still sits in there. It is human-sized.
Okay. Well,
Is there anything I should know about this longsword?
something we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah,
if
you're going to
spend
have
some
to
time.
actually spend some time with it.
Um,
Or get it properly identified.
well, this is actually also better than the armor you're wearing, Jarrell. This full plate. Are you ready to take on the mantle?
We have a new tank.
Are we just looting this dead man's apartment?
I just come out wearing all of this guy's stuff.
It might not be the best look.
Yeah.
Let's take it with us.
The sword I think can be sheathed and hidden, whereas if he's wearing the armor, it's clearly
I'm not ready
not
to
the best.
wear it, but let's bring it with us. I think it's not going to serve any usefulness here. If anything, it's going to be stolen.
So you're just going to throw it in like a sack and... All right, throw it into manservant's chest?
Did manservant come with you today?
I was waiting, but yes.
Manservant is now with you.
What about what was it, Hans and Franz?
They're still elsewhere currently.
Okay.
Mostly just manservant really follows me around. Hans and Franz just kind of like when I
Something a little weird about that manservant.
Do you think?
My finger on it.
Do you think that Felix or I would know anything about Fizzle Pop Lily, the gnome?
Not really. His name didn't ring too many bells. If he was a runner, he wasn't one of any great renown.
Okay.
These were probably regionally popular adventurers, but this was several decades ago.
What
And
race was Joseph?
Joseph the Just was a human.
Okay.
Eshir al-Rihaz was also a human. Ramesh the Strong, also human. They, Eshir and Ramesh were definitely local natives.
And sorry for interrupting. You were saying if this was several decades ago, that would give us some clue about maybe who Fizzle Pop Lily was?
Yeah, like you could probably look up the name in records or something and try to find out about him.
Okay.
Just his last mentions of them in here were 20 years ago.
I got you.
I feel as if we're on the trail. Should we check back with Ferks Moldar? Maybe he will know who Ashir Alverhiz is.
That's possible. Are you done investigating up here?
I'll leave
Who's
that up to
Ferks
you.
Moldar?
Oh yeah, it's a friend we made at
he
the
works
project.
on the hex files.
You met him.
Yeah, you met him.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. That was one of the initial people we met.
At the project.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Ferks Moldar.
Yes. I remember this now.
In the magical investigations wing.
Correct.
Right. I mean, so there's a holy relic in there still as well. What are we doing with that?
Oh yeah, well I'm definitely gonna investigate that holy relic.
So you're willing
I'm
to
gonna
steal
bring it
a
with me.
relic and a sword, but
Why
you
don't
won't
we ensure
steal
that he is
armor.
buried with this relic? It seemed important to him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
We'll attend his services.
I think we should take all of his belongings with us.
And well, if you think it's okay, then so do I.
All right. So we've got the wardrobe pretty well squared away. Are we investigating anything else up here?
I am curious. Okay.
All right.
So, does anybody here have detect poison or detect anything like that?
Not me.
Okay.
Where are you going to try to detect poison from?
Okay, so this cup of
if-
tea
if
that
I
was
get-
on the table.
Okay.
That's been kind of holding my attention. I didn't really venture with them toward the wardrobe.
Yeah.
I've been kind of looking at this cup of tea.
Okay. So at that end of the room, what's going on is so at the south end of the room, in the southeast corner, there's a bed.
Okay.
The bed is unmade, but would have to take a little more investigation there. Maybe a few feet from the back window, which is also open, there is the table with 2 chairs at it. One of them is knocked over, and that was on the same side as that half-empty cup is.
Okay, so the chair is... So if somebody was drinking said cup of tea, they would have been sitting in the chair
That is correct.
that is tipped over. Okay.
All right,
So
hang
we've
on.
got that.
So Jarrell, you and I were kind of miming to each other, but you wanted to say something. So
I do have detect poison. I have to do it in the form of a ritual.
right.
It takes
Okay.
10 minutes.
Yep.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
ready
we have
it
time.
and-
But it doesn't expend a spell slot
Right, because it's a ritual.
because it has the ritual tag. He can cast it as a normal spell, but if he casts it as a ritual, he doesn't have to prepare it or
Right.
blow up a spell slot.
Oh
for
well,
it.
then yeah, let me do that.
All right, so you've got that. There's what appears to be a wastebasket on the west side of that window on the south.
Okay. So while he's preparing the ritual, I'm going to first investigate the wastebasket.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
20.
Underneath some papers, there is a small glass vial. It is empty.
Okay.
Don't touch it.
No. So that just confirms my suspicion. So you keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, it's gonna take another 10 minutes. So
I'm going to also investigate the bed.
The bed. Okay.
And that's unfortunately not a nat 20, even though I rolled it, but it will be a 23.
A 23. You can tell about the bed. it sits maybe about 7 inches or so off the floor. So there's about 7 inches of space underneath the bed. There is no dust underneath the bed.
Okay.
Otherwise, the bed is unmade, but otherwise unremarkable.
Dust underneath the bed.
No, none.
So I'm gonna continue to investigate underneath the bed for any sort of like trap door or hidden like.
Why don't we just pull the bed out of the way?
I could do that too.
You can do that, yes. The under the bed area is, the floor there is what looks like maybe slightly, I don't know, cleaner or wiped cleaner maybe than the floor around it. It's sort of tough to tell because it's not like there's a defined line there. But otherwise, make an investigation check on the floor, I suppose.
I mean, that was bound to happen in that one.
All right. Some of the wood looks a little bit weird.
I'm gonna walk up to this this weird, oddly clean
Like-
floor area,
Yes.
and I'm going to goggle it first.
Nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate it then.
All right.
16.
You don't know what the fuck Quinn's on about. It's just a normal floor. If you pry it up, you're just going to be able to look straight down the tower.
Why is it so clean?
Why is it so clean?
Well, a bed has been over it, preventing dust from getting underneath.
No, dust
always gets
dust
under it.
always gets
Ah,
under
that's
shit.
true. Dust bunnies.
All right, so we know a few things. Is anybody else doing any other investigations around the room?
I'll go check the desk again.
Okay, the desk has a bunch of robes piled on top.
Right. Are there any drawers or anything like that in it?
No.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna wait for Jorel to finish his ritual and figure out if this is indeed poison.
Was the okay? So the window in which he fell, jumped, whatever the case may be, there was something that was opened.
Both
about the
windows
window?
were open.
Okay,
Both north
so
and south.
Do they open in or out?
They open out.
It always seems to be important in detective novels, so I wanted to know.
Yes.
All right, so they opened out.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Oh! No Ace Ventura reference?
I've seen it.
Right.
God.
I've seen it.
Oh,
Both
I
the
don't
north
know.
and south windows have been sitting open since at least yesterday.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how somebody would have gotten out without us noticing.
Right.
Or not at all. Obviously, they could have hid themselves in some way.
Probably under the bed, and their clothes may have wiped clean the dust.
Yeah, but I mean, is the dust is the lack of dust on the floor underneath the bed a perfect rectangle matching the bed?
It's tough. Like, there aren't defined lines.
Okay,
but
so
there's-
the way he described it when I was investigating was that it was wiped. It looked like it had been wiped underneath the bed.
Yeah, maybe
Like
by
cleaned.
maybe wiped with
No, I
the
could
body
be-
weight.
Right, we could be harping on a word that he just happened to use, but I think that was, I don't know. It makes sense that he was probably hiding under the bed and we just didn't notice. And then
And
left
you said the bed is lifted off the ground, right?
Well, the bed has been moved from where it was before, but when it's there, the bottom of the bed, you know how you can usually look under a bed. There's maybe about 7 inches of clearance under there.
So enough for somebody to...
Enough for, someone of
Pull up and
an
wait.
average to slimmer build to be under.
All right. So, okay, so suffice it to say 10 minutes have gone by?
Yes, at
I would
least 10
probably say
minutes
so.
have gone by.
All right, what do you detect, Jorel?
Yep.
Yep.
Tell us how this works.
You know the presence, location, and types of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet.
All right, so yes, that drink was poisoned as fuck.
Dun, dun, dun.
So,
What kind of poison, though? Because it should tell you the type. Was it a death potion, or was it a sleep potion?
That was, no, that killed him.
That killed him.
That was
so the fall was
super
just,
lethal.
So the fall was
so
just
the
for
fall
show.
didn't kill
It
him.
was just for show.
Okay, so
Is there any context as to where the poison, like what kind of poison Like, is it like a fugu fish type deal? Like, am I going to be able to figure that kind of thing out?
So I can invent names of poisons for this world, so we're gonna call it, Womandrake root.
Woolmandrake root?
Yes. Instead of just being shaped like a person, the root itself is shaped like the Venus of Wellendorf.
Has killed.
And do we have to roll anything to know where this root grows or where it would come from or where it could be purchased at?
Is this a local poison?
No, it's not a local poison.
I'm going to investigate where the bed... Is the bed still removed from that area?
It has been moved several feet away from there, yes.
And you said the floor... They're just like regular floorboards?
Yeah,
like
they are
nailed
regular
down.
floorboards, nailed down.
I'm going to take another investigation over here. I'm going to see if there were any, like, maybe fibers left behind.
Hey. It is wood, right? Yeah.
I'm going to take
That's great.
a real good look around here.
That's great.
There
Well,
are...
we'll see how real good this look is.
There are several fibers stuck in, like, splinters of the wood. They just look like maybe linen. It's just individual fibers. They're white to off-white, maybe a light brown, but it's tough to tell.
Okay. Light brown. Hopla wears a lot of brown.
I'm gonna take these fibers and put them in, I don't know.
The poison vial.
My sack.
Yeah, I've got...
Oh, did anyone check the vial itself?
No, not
Nobody
yet. That
touched
was
it.
my
Nobody
next.
We didn't
touched
even
it.
touch it.
I said don't touch it yet. You go ahead.
I'm going to use Mage Hand
Ooh.
to
Pull the vial out.
pull it out.
Great idea.
So that we can observe it.
Okay.
Don't get your fingerprints on it.
Yeah, you pull it out. It does appear that there's some sort of residue on the inside. You would have to check that on its own to find out if that's poison or not. But, you know, it's not the worst guess in the world.
Is the stopper in the trash too?
The stopper was back in the bottle.
It was.
So we've got the vial and the stopper.
Okay. I'm gonna take like just like a rag, from my person. It's like a little kerchief, and I'm gonna.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I talk with my hands, man. I'm Italian.
I totally got it. It was
right.
funny.
And I'm gonna fold the vial into the kerchief, and then put the kerchief into my my satchel. Because I feel like maybe we can talk to Ferks about this, or someone, or maybe even Melf.
Right.
See, they can do some. If we can have it tested in a controlled environment.
Yeah.
Right. My thought was that I also wanted to take these fibers back to
To Ferks.
yeah, in order to
I'm sure
to
we
Melf.
can find some sort of like empty like vial or alembic or something like that.
I feel like this turned more into like CSI.
Yeah.
I love it.
Do we have any black lights on our persons?
I don't want to know. I don't want to see it.
No. We have magic dark vision. That's the closest
Yeah.
I think I did.
Remember, he was Joseph the Just, not Joseph the Pure. So act accordingly.
Boy.
Okay, so here's my envision of the crime at this point. So Joseph, at some point,
It's just chilling there.
somebody pours this poison into the tea, or we'll see. So if he brings the tea to Joseph, that to me makes no sense. Why the vial was then in the wastebasket upstairs? So the tea had to have been made.
And then the poison put into it after.
And so he obviously trusted the person that he drank this tea from.
Which doesn't really say much because he seemed very trusting.
He's also blind.
Anyways.
See, you guys know that. I necessarily don't.
So he was very trusting. He said that he hadn't had visitors in a long, long time.
Yes, this is also an important thing that Francesco brought up. Joseph the Just was blind.
Okay.
I suppose I don't. Maybe we didn't cover that detail.
Okay.
You weren't
I'm
there
pretty
for
sure
that.
I said that, but
So I'm sorry. So backtrack my theory now.
he's blind.
So he's just enjoying the weather. He's got this window open. He's sipping his tea, and somebody sneaks in, pours this poison. into
Well,
his
from
tea.
what we noticed, like after he rings the bells, he's also pretty fucking deaf because you're just ringing these massive bells all day, and it took a little while for his hearing to return.
But he still recognized that I was even downstairs without.
Also true. He does. He was.
He may have been
pretty,
playing
His
us.
senses were pretty acute for being blind. Obviously, I think that's
would
kind of what
assume.
makes sense though, because your rest of your senses tend to heighten when you're missing one.
So
But
somehow somebody was able to sneak into the room,
poison his tea.
poison his tea.
Again, they probably didn't
because
have to
clearly
sneak.
they didn't leave, because when he keels over, knocking the chair over,
Right.
this person then has
Drags
to be
this-
strong enough.
to drag them and
How
throw
big
them
was Joseph?
Human-sized, very normal build.
old.
No more than about 180 or so.
Right.
Okay. So,
But still has to
but
drag,
still an
drag his
average
ass and
person
throw it
had
off
to
the
have-
throw it off the bell tower.
It
right.
wasn't like somebody like you. Like
No.
you wouldn't have been able to do
Wow,
that.
thanks.
No, I'm just saying, like we're looking for somebody who's either taller, girthier.
You know. I mean, just
stronger.
because I'm not a strong gnome doesn't mean
I'm
there
not strong
aren't
either, I'm
strong
just
gnomes
saying.
out there. Okay.
So anyway, so regardless of the fact, this person needed to be able to heave this body,
Mm-hmm.
this limp body, over through the window and out. So either it was more than one person, which is a possibility, or this person was at least of average height and weight.
And quiet enough to do this all. That
Correct.
So
So
they-
that's my theory. I don't think there was more than one person, because that seems to be.
and then how did they make their
Unless
escape?
they
Is
were
my question.
ninjas. They were
Right?
ninjas.
Because they'd have to have gotten away somehow, right?
Well, that's my thing. I think that they hid under the bed.
Until the
Assuming the
authorities
guards-
left. Well, it doesn't really seem like the authorities did much to pull
Nothing's
apart
been
the situation.
tinkered or moved since
Like
we left.
they missed this fucking poison in the trash can. You know, like everything's pretty undisturbed up here, so like no one's touched a goddamn thing. So I don't know what kind of fucking investigation they were doing when we left, but it doesn't look like
shoddy
much.
one.
I feel like Fizzles, you're very.
I'm a little ornery.
Yeah.
Because here-
I feel like I've left you for 12 hours and you've become this very, like, pessimistic person.
I was doing great.
Angry.
My plans were working, and all of a sudden I got fucking arrested again for something I didn't do.
We were in a great mood.
So you'll
delivering a
have to excuse
sandwich.
me if my mood is a little sour. Because now we're having to sit here and prove our innocence. And meanwhile, all I'm thinking about in the back of my head is the more evidence we take out of here, the more they're going to be like, well, now you have it. So why you had the poison the whole time. Like, we're in a really shitty position here because unless we can actually have someone admit to this crime and bring them in front of Zahir to like say, hey, here's the person who actually killed Joseph. Like, we're still going to be prime suspect number one.
Right.
So like we're
Well,
just
let's get on it.
like the more things we find in here and the more things we take, the more I'm thinking to myself like, well, shit, all we're doing is just stacking the deck further and further against us. Because now we're holding on to all the evidence.
I don't like your pessimistic attitude.
I still do have zone of truth. So as long as we can catch
And like,
the
where's your faith in
individual
our
alive,
charisma?
I like this guy.
We have
Yeah, but
have-
nobody's sister is here.
we have deception and persuasion on our side. We'll be
You're
all
right. You're
We'll be
right.
all right.
You're right. Okay. Okay.
Positivity.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you.
Is there
Bring it up a
anything
notch.
else we are investigating or looking for?
one last thing I would like to check before we leave.
All right.
Is there a tea kettle in the room?
Yes, there is. There's a little fireplace at the east side of the room where the kettle would have been hanging. Right now, there are just coals underneath it. The water in there is cold.
Does he detect poison on the kettle or in the kettle?
Do you?
Did-
do
well,
you-
I
are you-
did. It's 30 feet.
30 feet, no. You only found the poison in the glass and in the vial.
Okay.
And there's no other disturbed cups or anything like that. It was just one lone cup
One lone cup.
with tea.
What did we find at the desk again?
The desk was just a plain wooden desk. Other than the robes you had stacked upon it, it was clean and empty.
Should we put the robes back?
We tore out the back of this fucking wardrobe, so even if we put the robes back, it's like, what, 3 robes? It's not going to cover up the mess we just made.
Spread them out a little bit.
We can't unsplinter wood. You know what I'm saying?
I think we've learned a lot, though.
We've learned a lot.
So we've got three possible past acquaintances of Joseph that may or may not have something to do with this. One of which vanished 20 years ago.
I think we have enough information to at least bring to someone who might be able to help us gather more.
We need to do some research on these 3 people, the Holy Relic, and the Vial.
Let's go to Ferks.
Let's do it.
Okay, so nothing else we're looking for in here at all?
And also the sword. We took the sword, right?
We took
I
all of his
currently
shit.
have possession.
We
of the
have all of
sword.
his shit.
Okay.
As we step outside, there is manservant.
I have
with
the
my
journal.
crate.
Right. I mean, I don't think there was anything else to investigate, right? I mean, like, I guess we can, like, see...
Here's my other thing. The criminal nor the police or the authorities have done anything with what was already there. So I don't foresee anyone messing up anything at the moment.
They don't even seem to be trying.
Right. So I feel like we need to investigate what we know, and then if we come to a dead end, we go back.
Okay. I like it.
All
That
right.
sounds like a plan, Quinn.
That's a plan.
Whoa. Shots fired.
You'll get one.
Whoa.
I can't wait to see it.
Fucking leave.
That's 2 in a row that Fran might rage quit.
No, it's fine. I'm fine.
It'll happen. I have faith. I'm on a positive kick.
No, I'm totally fine.
All right. So then back to the Omega Project.
Back to the project.
I feel like there was some pent up something in there.
No, I mean, I'm fine. Like, I'm personally fine. But
Felix is a little agitated.
But I'm
I fought in your general.
once
direction.
again, I am immersed. So sometimes, like, that comes out in my tone because I'm in it and I'm upset. And like I'm just thinking about all the horrible things that could go wrong.
I kid because I want you to improve. I want you to get better.
I feel like that's a backhanded.
That is such a backhanded comment.
I feel it's a Quinn thing to say.
Totally is.
I am taking responsibility
okay,
for
so
the
this is
improvements of
Quinn
you.
talking. This is Quinn talking.
yeah.
You know what? I think that's great. I think whenever you and I insult each other, we'll just blame it on our characters. You know, it's like, oh no, Mike, that wasn't me. That was Felix talking to you. Like, I love you. You're fine. Yeah. No, but like, fuck you. But no, that was Felix. No,
Again,
that was
Felix. Felix coming out. I'm really into this one.
Just really immersed. But dude, it's like a Saturday and we're not even recording. I'm just really immersed.
we're like at the bar, like fuck you. That's Felix talking.
Yeah, sorry, he just comes out sometimes.
That's how you know you've really got a good character, when he just sort of comes out in conversations with other people, or he's got his own running dialogue in your head.
My favorite
Sometimes
Roy
I do,
Vermillion
actually.
continues to live here.
when
Yeah.
Joe drove by me one day and he's just yelling Quinn out the window, and I'm literally like, who the fuck? Oh, that's me. That's me.
Before we leave Joseph's room,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're still there.
could I investigate the wardrobe one more time to see if maybe there was like a place for anything else that we didn't find?
Okay. Make another investigation check on the insides there.
That's a 15. Like any hooks on the walls, any like, outlines of something that should be there.
No,
and it's
it looks
not.
like that was just sort of it. Was his adventuring regalia.
Okay.
He didn't feel the need to keep his adventurer's pack or anything like that.
Okay.
The proper souvenirs: his journal, his armor, his sword, and his relic.
Okay. And there are no other drawers or compartments inside the wardrobe.
No,
Okay.
no, it was just hanging robes.
I have a weird suspicion right now, but it's based in absolutely nothing. So,
Let's hear it.
well, no, I don't want to inject.
Come on, Felix.
Come on. Let's hear this sneaking suspicion.
What's on your mind?
He hit the ground with the necklace on, right?
Seems that
We
way.
have a very good. We seem to be pretty confident that this magical necklace he was wearing is the artifact that we're looking for, that the scrying magic is emanating from, right? Mm-hmm. He died with it on. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're gonna kill him, why wouldn't you just take it off, right, before you threw him down a huge building?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is obviously magical, right? It's also worth something because it's got a ruby in it, right? It's in evidence right now. What if the entire plan was to get it to evidence, like, and someone within law enforcement is the one who's orchestrating all this.
So let's get at least the vial to
Ferks.
no
Or Melf.
Let's get it. What can we bring straight to? Let's bring the fibers that we found to the police.
Okay.
And can you discreetly cast Zone of Truth? How
They
obvious
know.
would that
They
be?
know when you cast that.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
verbal. It requires verbal and somatic components. So he's like gesticulating and saying shit. As
They're
he's casting
immediately
it.
aware that they can't, they can't lie, and that you cast it on them.
So Quinn's history leads him to not trust authorities almost automatically.
Even just our experiences
I'm
together.
following Felix's lead on this, only because I think that it does seem a little odd that the guard was there as quickly as they were, one. Two, that now they are in possession of what we might be looking for.
Right.
And they immediately, like, threw us in jail. Like, immediately, without any sort of, like, I was already sneakily suspicious of that.
Like they could have cleaned up down there or underneath
They
the
did
bed
nothing.
or whatever.
They did no investigation after
No,
they took
they
us.
probably just tried to clean up after themselves. Like that's like I'm like really suspicious.
So do we trust Ferks?
He's my Omega,
Omega Project.
I
we
agree.
trust.
So
I trust him.
So I would like to go to him. 'cause
I
think
trust the
that
project
He's gonna know
because they're
more.
neutral in all of this.
Right.
Their one and only goal is to destroy the undead and make lives easier for people.
Right. I think that he's going to. It's going to be easier for us to persuade him to help us if he also believes that this
He'll believe me.
medallion is what we're looking for.
We should get Melf involved as well because he was really dying to get into field research, and I feel like this is a great way to throw him back into it.
All right. So where is the next stop? Because
The
we've got
Omega
so many
Project.
different places we can go. So we're
I-
going to head towards the Omega Project.
Yes.
That's right.
Sounds good.
Let's start with Melf
Melf.
Melf
in
the
administration.
elf.
So who is this Melf?
You'll see.
Oh, okay. So this is going to be completely like.
You'll meet him. He'll be great. You're gonna love him.
Trust me. That was not supposed to be snide at all.
Like, wait, what?
It was supposed to be falsely snide.
No,
So
actually,
genuine.
Falsely snide.
Yeah. So let's go
Okay.
over to
So
administration.
you're going to the administration building. Working at the desk is a female elf today.
Don't tell me it's
The
Felf.
Melf. The Melf.
Just quickly as we walk in, though, I'm going to glance over at the industrial accident counter. We're still at 526 days now, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure, like, Melf didn't die in some horrible fucking accident or something, you know? That's all I need to know today.
Possible around here.
All right, I'll walk up to this female elf, and I'll be like, good. And I'm going to look at a watch that's on my wrist.
11 in the afternoon.
Afternoon. I'm Felix Fizzlebottom from Research and Development. Where's Melf?
Felix. Oh, Felix Fizzlebottom. Yes, I think I remember seeing your name on the rolls. Melf. She's like turning the word over in her mouth, like saying the name Melf over and over again until it becomes incomprehensible, like just gibber. Oh yeah, it's Melf's day off.
Oh.
Oh, don't get that look, Felix. He's probably still in the library. Guy's insufferable.
Hey, he's a really nice guy.
I didn't say he wasn't nice. He's just insufferable.
Oh, okay.
I get that. I wasn't even looking at you. I was actually thinking of Hoblet, but okay.
I just feel like every comment, because he's not here, I feel like every comment is you're just directing it at me.
I miss him.
I know, I miss him too.
I miss him.
We all
and I
miss
feel like
him.
you're the next best thing.
Oh, I'm second best.
Being annoying.
Yay!
Fucking leave.
I'm getting them all involved.
Anyways. All right, well, we'll go check out the library. Thank you. What's your name, madam?
Ella.
Oh, Ella. Yeah, beautiful name.
Thank you.
We'll see you later.
Ella.
Perhaps.
Ella. A. Sorry. Leave!
Wait, are you telling yourself to leave?
Yes.
That's not how this works.
No, you're assuming he was
I just wanna
assuming
be
the
under
character.
Ella.
He was
Stop.
assuming the character of Fran.
Just stop. Yeah, see that was a little bit of meta, as we like to call it, as the children like to call it, where it was Quinn doing, role playing as Fran.
Singing as Rihanna.
Correct.
There's a...
There's a lot of layers to that.
Yeah, I know.
If there's a hard cut there, audience, don't even question it.
You're better off.
Just know that you are better off not knowing what was said. Thanks.
And we're at the library.
And yes, Melf is there. You find him mumbling to himself and wandering through the stacks.
Okay. Malf. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to do it in a quiet whisper. Malf. Malf. Can you hear me? It's Felix.
Oh my gosh, that wasn't me mumbling to myself.
No, it's Felix.
Oh my gosh, Felix. How are you?
I have something to tell you.
Really? He lowers his glasses.
You know how yesterday you were expressing to me how badly you wanted to get back into the field?
The field. Yes.
I think I may have a way for you to do that, my friend.
Really?
Okay.
He gets almost uncomfortably close to you as he leans down at the waist to get to your eye level and sticks his nose maybe about 2 inches from yours. His eyes big as saucers. Tell me more.
Let's take this discussion out of the library so I can use my normal voice.
Quinn leans
Ooh,
over to
you make a good
Paradel.
point.
Do you have
I like
an
this.
Do you have an office, Malf? Or can we go down to one of the? Is there an unused lab? We actually will need an alchemy testing facility.
An alchemy testing facility, you say?
Yeah.
Well, I'm all ears.
Well, let's.
It's because I'm an elf.
Yeah, that's
my
a great
gosh.
joke. Oh, it was such a great joke.
Yeah, let's go to the lab.
Ugh.
So Quinn leans over
Elf
to
is
Paradel
weird.
and says, "This is the expert."
This is the man who invented.
I
acid
wasn't
arrows.
talking to you.
This is the man.
You didn't
who
hear me. I'm
invented
stealthy.
Minute meteors.
He's got a good track record so far with us.
I invented both minute meteors and minute meteors.
Oh boy.
Oh, is it minute meteors? It's probably
One's
minute.
small, the other's fast.
I'm pretty sure there actually are minute meteors too, because
Yeah.
they're tiny meteors.
Yes, I know,
I
but-
didn't even put that together.
So the alchemist's lab.
Oh yeah, this is the banter that's happening
So
back
you-
and
Right.
forth between Felix and Malf. Right?
You don't want to hear about
We
the
have
minute
less
meteors?
than 2 days.
I was pressed for time. I had to do something. This is still a walk-in talk while this
Right.
is happening,
Right.
but he's gesturing wildly. Melf is very much like a gnome trapped in an elf's body.
Right.
He's something trapped in something.
He's
2
ahead of
martinis
his
short of a
time.
party.
Quinn, show the man some respect.
Oh, like Albert Einstein.
Oh, as a side note, Melf is fucking weird, man.
Oh yeah, he's fucking weird as fuck.
Yeah, he is.
I picture like Albert Einstein.
Except without
Without
any
ears.
facial hair
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
and big
Okay,
ears.
so I don't picture Albert Einstein at all.
Ah, yes, an alchemy lab. Do we need one with the extra explosive protected walls?
I don't know if it's gonna. You know what? Just in case, why don't we do that?
All right, we'll go to one of the hardened labs.
Okay. So as soon as I get in there, I kind of we'll usher everybody in and we'll shut the door behind us. So it's kind of
Something tells me
secure
that once
room.
Melf enters, it's not going to be the only thing that's hardened in
I
this
know
lab.
Hoblet's not here, but
Wow.
Quinn might have a countdown at this point.
All right, so talk to me. What do we got in the field?
Well, there's good news and bad news. So I guess you tell me which one you want first.
Field. He's turning over the word field. In his
Good news
head.
or bad news, Malf?
Bad news?
So the bad news is we were arrested last night for a murder that we did not commit.
Yes, I could see how that would be inconvenient. It definitely interferes with research.
The good news is this kind of brought us headfirst into the reason we were here in Tamasha here to begin with, and that is that scrying magic that I told you about yesterday.
Ah, the scrying magic. Did you find anything?
The man who was murdered our new friend and late friend now,
Oh,
the Joseph the Just.
Joseph the Just. Does that name sound familiar?
I'll get there in a second, Melf. He was, well, from what it looked like, he was hurled out of, the top of the bell tower and fell to his death.
Inconvenient.
Yes.
Defenestrated.
Ooh, I like that word. Defenestrate.
I love that word. Yeah.
Defenestrate.
We have that. Never mind. I'll tell you later.
Defenestrate.
I know.
We discussed it.
We have a story.
Defenestration.
Yeah.
These-
Okay, Mel. Focus. So, what happened was, when he hit the ground, I noticed as we were being carted away very quickly by the police, mind you, by Sergeant Zahir.
Lareshi.
Zahir.
Sergeant Zahir Lareshi.
Zahir Lareshi.
Yeah. Okay. You know the name. It's not as important right now. Let's keep moving, Melf. So,
Can I roll for insight to see if Melf is fucking stoned right now?
or is he even? Yeah, if he's even listening.
It's a 2.
No, you're the one that's stoned.
I'm still
Parados
just
is like,
I'm just gonna keep droning on it. We were given an opportunity to post bail for ourselves to prove our innocence. So we went back to investigate the undisturbed crime scene, even though we were rushed out of there so they could investigate.
Interesting.
We found, and I pull out of my my satchel, this vial of poison, and evidence that Joseph the Just was in fact poisoned, died in his abode, and then thrown off the bell tower as if to make it look like he had either fallen or been thrown or, did it to himself.
Any leads on who could have thrown him out of there?
That's a great question. Given the fact that around this man's, around Joseph's neck was the artifact that we believe we came searching for,
Do you think the undead threw him out?
we found no evidence of undead.
So it was the live that threw him out.
Yes, yeah, the living.
Yes,
Yep,
them too.
it was a living person that threw him out. Yes, and killed him.
Interesting.
We're not sure, but it seemed like somebody may have been hiding under the bed, and I have some fibers that may or may not be worthless completely.
They were hiding. But how did they get in and out?
See, that's the question we're asking ourselves. That's why, and I don't say this lightly, but we believe I'm suspicious of law enforcement being involved,
You did say they arrived quickly.
like immediately.
Law enforcement in Tahasha here doesn't do anything quickly.
I knew it.
I had a feeling.
They
were either called ahead or.
So
they
we
were
thought it prudent to
involved.
bring some of the evidence to the project instead, because we feel that bringing this to the authorities would only damn our case further.
Interesting.
Are any of the police known to be able to fly?
You really are
Dear
high.
God. That would be terrifying.
I don't know, they could be bird people.
They could be.
Bird persons.
You literally are high.
Are there,
Those exist!
Ariel's high.
are there any Aurora working in the guard of the?
I would hope
City?
not. Then we'd have to add bird law to the justice system.
Bird law's a thing?
Maybe well versed in bird law.
Birdman. Attorney at law.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going with always sunny bird law or if we're just going straight to Harvey Birdman here.
Probably a little bit of a combination of both.
Yeah.
That kind of bird law.
So, what do you like, Mel? We kind of want to try to figure out a little bit more about this poison because we know it's not local to this region, and we're kind of trying to figure out maybe where it's from.
All right, so what have you found so far about it? Where are we beginning?
We know that it's
Womandrake.
called Womandrake. root.
Womandrake. It's not local, but I'll be right back. And Melf zips out of the room. Maybe about 10 minutes pass. Peridot, what are you doing in the 10 minutes we've got going on here without a Melf?
Definitely shadowboxing.
Definitely shadowboxing. Shadow axing gnome.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking around. I'm sort of like kicking the dirt from the ground, pacing nervously. I'm
pretty
not really
clean in
happy
here, but
about our
okay.
situation.
Quinn, what are you up to?
I mean, I don't know what else I would be up to, but just waiting.
All right. Jarrell, anything?
Do we have that journal on us?
I was going to bring that up to him next.
Okay.
Do
Anything
we want
specific?
to flip through it at all? See if there was any like major.
I thought that's what we got the gist of before. It's pretty much
That's pretty much it. Is
chronicling
you've got-
the.
Yeah, we found out the end, but I don't
Yeah.
know if there was any like major loot involved or anything like that.
Let's see
any
what
potential reason for any of them to have wanted to murder him. What's the death pact again? What's the term for that?
There's no death pact. It all seems pretty nondescript. They were local adventurers. They did almost all their work here on the island, here in Kelnor. And yet the big major event was the disappearance of Ashir al-Rihaz. He was the mage for the group. And yeah, he just vanished one day, and the party just sort of stopped at that point.
Well, if they were all
Disbanded.
local, that gives us at least hope of finding.
And maybe Melf
the
knows who
others.
they are. I mean, if it's only like 30, 40 years ago, that's like a blink of an eye for an elf. You might remember.
Yeah. So Melf returns.
Okay.
He has a book in his hand. And I knew it. I knew one Mandrake sounded familiar. I was flipping through this book about 40 years ago or so. So recently. Well, I like to read recreationally. I don't know why you're looking at me like that.
I'm not looking like you do like anything.
Recreationally. Anyway, I'm sorry. I kind of go places when I'm thinking. But well, Mandrake. Yes, it can be used as a poison, but it's also good in making drugs, chemistry. Yes, a good cure for gas too, in very, very limited doses.
I don't think the fart's not going to come through on the recording.
Yes, but it got a laugh out of the table, so
Okay,
I'll
that's
take
good.
it.
Hilarious.
You may want to check with a local chemist or a pharmacist.
I think we'll do that. Thank you. One more thing, Malf.
Yes.
Were you familiar with an adventuring party that was local to this area about 20 to 30 years ago, consisting of Joseph the Just, Ramesh the Strong,
Joseph the Just, he was an adventurer, yes.
Fizzlepop Lily, and Ashir al-Rihas?
They did a lot of work, and then they just sort of dropped off the map. I kind of wondered what happened to them, but there's always so many things to wonder about and so little time to follow up.
Okay, so you weren't really too familiar with them, but you knew of them.
The name rings a bell.
Okay, that's enough for us.
I wonder what they're up to now.
Well,
One's
Joseph
dead.
the Just is dead.
Oh, yeah, that did happen.
And Ashir al-Rihas went missing, and that seems to be why their group disbanded, as we have their journal right here.
Ooh, that would tell you things.
It sure did.
I may like to read that after you're done with it. Oh well, whatever. You should probably finish the investigation. Being imprisoned is so inconvenient for a career in research.
Yeah, and Melf, now, like, I'm only saying
Never get
this.
sulfur
I'm
behind
only saying this
bars.
because, like, you and I have a good rapport. Am I correct to assume this?
Well, I would feel so, yes.
I would consider you a friend.
Is he about to put his foot in his mouth again?
Shut your fucking mouth.
Go on.
Right? So, like, we have 2 days to prove our innocence. And should the worst happen, and we're maybe condemned to death,
Negative Nancy.
would the project be able to maybe, step in and stay the execution?
Wink, wink, nudge,
He's
nudge.
pretty much asking to save our asses.
I feel like there would be conflicting parties in the project.
We're asking you, as the DM, to create a Deus Ex Machina in case we fuck up.
Right.
The fuck would I do that
We're
for?
setting it up for ourselves.
Don't fuck up!
Yeah,
You're
I'll
sitting on a pile of evidence. Turn
no,
it
I know.
into
I'm
something.
I'm retconning that whole thing. I'm
That's
just extra
That
paranoid.
was funny.
Yeah. I didn't.
You guys
know
are
that.
doing well. This
No,
is going fantastically.
I know. It's just like I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like when I feel like when we all get together, like when we're
Bad
all
things happen.
yeah. It just I feel like
Hobbit's not here. We're okay.
Yeah, wait until Hobblick is back.
Yeah, remember, the worst case scenario,
Adventure.
Hoblet is not in prison.
He's not. If there's anyone to come in and rescue us, it's probably
Well,
gonna
so
be
that's
Hoblet.
one less place to look for him at this point. We know he's not in jail. So
That's true.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, we
or
didn't
a
see
bad
Hoblet
sign.
in
You
prison.
did not see Hoblet in jail.
I feel like if Hoblet was doing Hoblet things, he would have been in jail. So I feel like bad things have happened.
Hoblet's gonna rescue us with Hans and Franz and Toast.
Toast Acre.
Toastacre Grundlepunt the third. Yeah, Toastacre is gonna come jump up and rescue us from the gallows.
Right?
Swinging. Yeah, right. You know, I feel immediately relieved about our situation.
Well, it was better than having Conus Grimbucket try to save
Oh
you
God, we didn't hire Conus Grimbucket.
for a reason.
Yeah, because he, like as you said, would have been pretty much good as an anchor.
I don't even know if he'd have been that good.
So, anyways,
Ferks.
Ferks. Well, I don't know. We got
What do
enough.
we-
We,
what do
got
we
we got enough out of Melf at this point.
What were we gonna go to Ferks for?
Same thing.
Yeah, about the same
Oh.
thing.
But since like he doesn't really see a lot of action, and Melf is a little bit more learned in these things. He's been around for hundreds of years, man. I mean, you know, it's just
the only thing Ferks might be able to help us with is the current whereabouts of the other three. Of the
That's
party.
what it would be my.
yeah,
I'd want to know more about them.
right. But we don't need to know about the other scrying gems right now. We need to worry about.
No, the other
no, the
three
other
of the
three.
adventuring party.
Yeah, maybe he would know. I mean, I don't know anyone else who would have a lead.
The only because we want a question.
Well, here's the other option we have. We can go to a pharmacist,
right,
Like
and talk about this
Melf told us
woe
to.
man Drake
Let's do that. I'd rather do that. I wanna keep going with this poison.
to the pharmacist.
Yeah,
Alright.
let's do that.
Is there a pharmacist anywhere in the area?
There are several dotted throughout the city.
Okay.
I imagine you're going to want to find one near the south end of the city, near the project.
Yeah, probably one that's close to
Okay.
like where.
It was
yeah.
either that or look in the white pages.
Yeah. No. Just whatever's closest, I guess.
The brown pages.
Well, it
Sorry.
depends. Did Hoblet get his hands on it?
Right. I was gonna say like.
Well, I was also thinking that paper wouldn't be super white either. I don't know.
The white pages were in air.
Forget
quotes,
it.
But
Never mind.
Look, those pages could be whatever color you
The
want them to
the papyrus pages.
be. The papaya press. The papaya press.
okay, I'm just gonna say one thing. They have motorized tricycles. You think they can't
Fair.
bleach paper?
Fair. Okay. All right. Anyway.
He's got a point, man.
Okay. So let's move on.
moving forward.
Moving forward.
Moving forward, we're gonna go to the Pine Pharmacy, Pyne.
Oh, I like this one.
Yep, it's the pharmacy at the south end of town. The proprietor, a man named Pine, human, very nondescript, looks almost but not entirely unlike the Pine of yesteryear. A little similarity around the eyes, but not really that much. But he's a human from one of the northern kingdoms.
Okay. So we're gonna. I will walk up to Pine and be like, Pine,
Yes, what can I do for you?
we're looking for information on a particular type of chemical, I suppose.
What are you looking for?
Woman Drake?
Well, Mandrake. There are not a lot of people who use that.
Yeah,
Are you
what is
looking
it?
to alleviate gas? We have better ways of doing that, you know.
You're such an asshole.
Well, Mandrake could get you killed.
I'm so glad for that.
Yes. See, that's just the thing.
Gas, huh?
Where
Oh, the other thing, getting killed. Yeah, that's not good.
No, it's not.
No, I mean, you know, there are certain things you should be able to do for a good night's sleep, but killing yourself isn't one of them.
No, I would agree with that. But what would you say? like, where would you say this could actually be gotten from? It's not local to this area.
No, there are only a few pharmacists who would carry that. Let me go check the guild book. Hang on. Okay. Well, we've reached into the bucket for a name, and Furry Murray from Facebook gave us Hevia Aluminum. So Pine comes out of the back. Yes, I found 3 pharmacists in the area who would have that. I don't know what for you would need it for, but Hevia Aluminum is one of them. He's in the northwest corner of the city. There's a dwarf named Gerulus. He's a few blocks over. And then there's what's his name? Fizzlepop Lily. He also would carry that. He's in the northeast.
Dun dun dun.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Goodbye. Well,
Jarrell is literally jumping up and down.
If Toastacre was here, he'd be leaping.
I think
I've never seen a paladin so excited before.
I feel like
To save my own neck?
he's like Charlie in that episode of when they work in the mailroom.
Putting
And It's
all
Always Sunny,
together.
where he's putting all like the yarn and all the string and shit together. It's about Pepe. There is no Pepe Silva, but there is definitely a Fizzlepop Lily.
Fizzlepop Lily, who is now a successful pharmacist.
All too convenient.
He was a rogue before.
Yes, he was.
I say we check out Hevia. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, Furry Murray.
Yeah, sorry, Furry Murray. Thank you for
have to
giving us a
check
name.
The bucket came in handy in a clutch. I needed a name, and that really helped.
See, thanks, guys. Thank you,
you.
audience.
How fast do we run to Fizzlepop Lily's place?
I would say it would be a mild sprint.
A brisk walk.
Yeah.
The mild sprint is getting us there at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
And
Well, how do we want to go about
we're gonna like
this?
kind of screech,
smash the
as we
door.
hit,
Like,
yeah,
oh,
just bust it.
Nobody expects
Guilty!
position.
Yeah, no, that's. I like it. Let's get all the bad ideas out now. Yeah.
Because he is a rogue, so he's obviously like going to be quick to like piece out of there if we give him any reason.
So walk in there nonchalant.
So let's collect
We're all
ourselves.
sweating from
Yeah.
running there.
It's okay. I'm gonna do that trick again, where I'm gonna take a cloth from my bag, my kerchief, and cool it using prestidigitation because I can cool a surface for up to an hour.
That's not the same cloth you wrapped the vial in, is it?
Shit, it is. I'm gonna throw that out.
Burn it.
Oh no, the vial's actually still wrapped in it.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say what?
no, I'm not gonna throw that out. But no, that's actually the only kerchief I have. So I'm gonna use something else.
Manservant is
What
frantically
if-
fanning
My
me.
glove.
What if? No, I'm being a little weird here. If we mage-handed, if I can verb that for a second, the vial into the pharmacy and placed it on the counter and watched from afar Fizzlepop's reaction to the vial that he discarded.
What if here
So
or she?
just
It could be
this
he or she. We
floating
don't know.
vial of poison is just gonna drop itself on his counter. He's gonna just like sit there.
No,
and look
we
at
do
it.
that stealthily, and then when he realizes it's there,
It's our best piece of
get
evidence. We're just
there?
gonna give it to potentially the murderer and hope they don't immediately smash, throw it out, pocket.
well, I mean, then we just videotape it with our iPhones.
Oh right. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. I didn't even
okay,
think about
all right.
that.
I give you guys a little bit of steampunk technology, and I give you an inch, and you take it a mile straight to iPhones.
we have
I
to
mean,
walk
I
in
don't
and
know,
talk to her.
besides
or him,
like
whoever.
completely confronting
gender.
him.
Right. Zero's the only android walking around here, by the way. Sorry, I had to get that joke
Oh,
in. I had to get that joke in. I know it was a little
glorious.
too late, but
That was good.
So again,
Why don't we just go in and talk to him?
we're trying to walk in.
So are we going to be
smoothly, like we aren't
completely,
panting?
open and honest about this?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Okay, so
Wait.
what's our cover story?
Wait. Guys, we've known each other for a long time, right?
Is this in character or in real life?
In character.
The
in
three
character.
of us have known each other. For
In character.
I've known you for about 2 weeks.
Right. Most of us have known each other for a while. There's something that
Did you just fart again? Are you kidding me?
You really need that mandrake root.
I'm really gassy.
Mandrake root.
I'm really
I feel
gassy
like
right
that's enough of a situation for you
hate
to
it.
walk in and immediately ask for some woman drink root.
now. No. Listen. I have something to disclose to you.
I don't like this. What?
I can do a little bit more than just alter my disguise. Hang on a second. And I'm going to kind of... is there like an alley or something like that next to this pharmacy? Or is there somewhere I can kind of like just slip off to privately?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. Okay? So I'm going to like disappear into the alley. And when I come back, I'm going to look exactly like Rex, the halfling that you guys met, who was the assistant to the Baron.
Okay.
If anything, it looks exactly like Rex is walking out from there. But you'll hear me say, "Hey guys, it's me."
Jarrell is shocked.
It's Felix. It's Felix. It's not Rex. It's Felix.
So what's the plan here?
I'm going to go in and start asking about this because he doesn't know who I am. If he's affiliated with all these people, he knows we got arrested. He knows who we are. He doesn't know who Rex is.
Genius!
Fair enough.
Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
Quinn, does it sound like a plan?
It does, but it hasn't succeeded yet.
No, and we can talk more about this later. This is what I wanted to show
Yeah,
you.
I'm a little put off.
I'm doing it to help us.
But what else have you been doing?
Nothing. Well, maybe some stuff.
Quinn doesn't trust you. Quinn's never trusted
I'm not undermining anyone here. You're my friends.
It's fantastic.
You're my friends.
Secrets don't
This
make
is why.
friends.
Why would I be honest with you if I didn't trust you?
Ow!
Yeah, because I feel like I trust
How
you
long have we known each other?
long enough for me to trust you with this kind of information. I'm being completely honest with you, Quinn. You're my friend. I love you.
Aww.
That little.
Jarrell puts his hand on
Guys.
both their shoulders and pushes them slowly together. Oh my god. I'm just picturing like the now kiss me.
Now, kiss. Not like that, Jarrell.
Sorry.
You're a little too short for me.
Valen's love is a little more all-encompassing than most people are ready.
That's what I'm slowly starting to learn here.
Let's see what you got, kid.
Okay. Great. Be right back. And so I'm gonna
BRB.
pop into the store. The little bell rings maybe when I walk in.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
As you enter, and you can almost probably keep the sound effect of the pitter-patter of cat feet because a very short little gnome stumps up a stool behind the counter to get himself over counter height. Hello there! How are you on this bright and cheerful day?
I'm gonna kind of clear my throat a little bit to try to adjust my voice. Why, yes. I'm coming here with some questions about some herbs and chemicals. I was told you were the person I need to speak with.
Yes! I've been in this business for 2 decades now.
Great. Great to hear that. So
It is.
I have been experiencing some problems with flatulence lately,
Have you? Oh dear.
and I was told you'd be the person to talk to about Womandrake group.
Whoa, Mandrake Root. What kind of gas do you have?
It's really bad.
It would have to be. This stuff could kill you.
Yeah, right. So, like, that's exactly the point.
Oh dear. Is it an angry wife threatening to kill you?
No, nothing like that. Nothing
So
like
you're
that.
literally farting yourself to death. Oh my gosh.
It's terrible.
I've only seen a few examples of this over the years.
Yeah, have you heard any other cases of it recently?
No. I can't say I've had to pull out Womandrake root in months. Hang on a second. Let me go to the back.
Sounds good. I'm gonna have, as he's going into the back, can I try to have Slim Shady try to silently follow him?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have her make her stealth check. 13?
13 is definitely enough since Fizzlepop is a little in his own little world here.
Okay, thank God. While she's following him, though, I'm going to take. I'm gonna just have my hand at the ready on the bottle, just in case, if he doesn't look surprised or something like that. But go ahead, she's following him.
Okay. He gets to the back. He starts pulling out drawers. His eyes get a little wide. Oh, this is W. Why isn't that here? Slides it back in. Goes to the next one. Where on earth could the Womandrake root be? It's under the extracts, right? It would have to be under the extracts. I wouldn't dare keep an actual root here. But no, this is no good at all. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This man's gonna fart himself to death. And it's gonna be my fault. I can't have a death on my hands. Dear God, no. No.
I'm gonna, as this is happening, I'm gonna kind of call Slim Shady back to me, and I'm just gonna book it outside before he even gets back to the counter.
All right, you are outside.
And as I'm walking outside, I'm going to polymorph back into Felix.
Right in front of everyone?
Right in front of everyone. My companions.
That's a little unnerving, I'm sure.
Indeed.
Does that hurt at all?
Guys, he has no idea. I had Slim follow him to the back because I asked for some of that Womandrake root, and he's like confused as to why it's not in his stores. This bottle was stolen from him.
Let's be blunt with him. Let's just go in there and ask him about it.
His
Kick
friend.
the door down now.
No. Okay.
Perfidy!
Maybe we should have a conversation with him about it. But
He may want to know.
But
his
hold on.
friend.
But here's the thing: like, if his friend was just killed, like, what if he's next?
Well,
100%
Dun
possible.
dun dun.
That would be
Tontine.
that would be yet another reason
That's
to
the
try
term
to
I was looking
talk to him
for.
about it.
what?
Tontine. Isn't that the death pack? The last one to survive gets all the booty?
Yeah,
That's what I was trying to remember before. The death pack.
Yeah. Woodhouse and Company.
I was like, what is he shouting about? But like, I didn't realize that you were so.
Tontine!
It's like, what is this word that you're saying?
Yeah, we pull the best words out here.
All right. So what do you guys think? Let's just go ask him.
Okay, let's do it.
At the very least, it's a warning.
Okay, we're gonna walk in. I'm gonna walk in as Felix, though.
Okay.
I don't want him to be concerned about a man about to
flatulence.
fart himself to death. You know what I
He's
mean?
like pulling his hair out. Where could it be?
Um,
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. How can I help you on this bright and cheerful day? I'm sorry, I'm a little disheveled right now. My Womandrake root is gone.
Woosa. Okay.
On this bright and cheerful day.
Fizzlepop, I presume.
Yes, I continue to be Fizzlepop Lily.
Friend of Joseph the Just.
You know Joseph?
Yeah.
I have not seen him. I haven't seen him in years.
We knew.
We
Joseph.
have some bad news for you, Fizzlepop.
Oh dear.
Yesterday, Joseph was murdered.
Fizzlepop's eyes get pretty wide.
With your Womandrake root.
Bum bum bum.
So many
And-
of those.
Well, we don't know it was your
Wait a second.
Womandrake root.
How's our time? So I feel like that's
that is
a
our
great
time.
cliffhanger.
That is our time.
Yes, with your Womandrake root. Dun dun dun. Fizzlepop's eyes go wide, and smash cut away to the credits.
Great. That was awesome.
All right, so thank you so much for joining us this week. If you liked us, we are on every major social media platform available. We do have a Facebook page. We do have a Twitter account. We are on Reddit r/hapless heroes. I hear It's Just a Wizard is a total Nazi mod. Yes, and we're also on Instagram. I don't even know how on earth we would have what we would be doing with Instagram. We're an audio podcast. Why are we on a picture thing? I don't know, but there we are. So you can find us, you can talk to us, and we are so happy to interact with you there. If you really, really like us, please feel free to leave us a 5-star review on the service of your choice. We're on iTunes, we're on Podbean, we're probably on several others that I don't know about because I'm not the guy who uploads.
Literally all of them.
Literally, Ann Perkins. If you really, really like us, we even have a Patreon account where if you donate to us, we will eventually turn that hard-earned money of yours into pizza, which we will then turn into energy with which we will use to bring you the dubiously high-quality podcasting that you have come to know and love.
That's right.
And if you really, really like us, you should record an album, press it to vinyl, and include a secret backwards message about how awesome we are as a podcast.
Ooh, backmasking.
Yeah.
Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
Yeah. I love Satan. That's a good meat substitute. That wheat gluten Satan.
Oh boy. Satan.
No, you're thinking about the sheer fabric.
Oh, yeah, Satan.
Or the
Add some
former-
Satan sheets.
Or the former hockey player, Miroslav Satan.
Yes.
He was awesome.
Jesus saves, Satan scores.
Hey, also, can we just give Dave a round of applause for doing the social media stuff?
I still have no idea why we have an Instagram, but that's why Fran's here.
I don't know. I put some pictures up on there. Sometimes I forget we have it too, but then I remember I was like, oh yeah, I'll put this picture up on there.
Just gotta sling that tent, you know?
Yeah, then again, I have no idea why anyone has Snapchat, for example, and people have it, and it's probably a really good thing. I'll ask my
I guess.
girlfriend about it. She would know. I don't know.
That being said, though, so the next time we get together to record, I believe Zach is not going to be with us. So we've decided, as a group, to make Mike DM a special for you guys.
Ooh, yeah.
So exciting.
Magic Mike.
That's right. That's right, guys. A third DM.
Ah! Bum,
Enters
bum,
the-
bum!
So we're not entirely sure what that's going to look like. If it's going to be, if it's going to be canon, if it's going to be happening simultaneously, if it's going to be happening in the past, present, future. Who knows?
The Shadow knows.
All I know is that
Where has Hoblet been this whole time?
where's Haba been this whole time?
Who murdered Joseph?
Oh my God, are Fran and Dave going to be players at the same time?
What's
Madness.
Zero been up to this whole time?
Well, could you guys stop dropping on your fucking dice? We're trying to have like a really
Creating a mood here.
yeah, and you're just ruining everything. You ruined Christmas.
Stick flipping around.
Dice fall, everyone dies.
But yeah, so that's happening. So stay tuned.
Woo! All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to outro our cast. Going around to my right, we have Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind, played by Mike.
I don't know what Quinn will be doing during the next episode, but we'll
my
find out.
To his right, we have Lord Jarrell the Light,
Thank you for your time.
played by John. We have to his right the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom, played by Francesco.
Bam, bam, bam.
And last but not least, we have Peridot Lincoln Woods, played by Zach.
Peace outside.
My name is Dave, and I have been your host and murder mystery master for this evening. We will see you in a few weeks. Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now. Bye now. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Holy shit, the murder mystery worked.
That was